Well, it's week number 5, and we're coming down to the end of this course. I'm sorry for it to end. I've enjoyed the interaction and getting to know at least a little bit about you. The end of week 5 also means it's final exam time. This final exam is open book, open notes. I'm not throwing a lot of content at you. I'm going to ask you to process some content. In fact, I want this exam to be kind of a learning experience for you. It has 2 parts. The first one is for you to look at the course week by week and to identify, okay, this is week 1, and then in 150 to 250 words, talk about something that was significant for you. I do not want you to simply go through and say, in week 1, I read the chapter about Genesis. In week 2, and it said a few things like this. And in week 2, and then I read the chapter about this. You can process the textbook content. Maybe there were some interesting things in there, or you can look at some of your choice assignments. If you interviewed somebody, or if you read a chunk of scripture and what that kind of did for you. I've given you some starter questions for you to use in constructing those week by week, and I want them clearly identified: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. The total should be about 750 to 1250 words. It's okay if you go over the 1250. The more critical thing is for it not to be too short. If it falls way under that 750, then it probably will not be eligible for full credit. Part number 2 of the exam is for you to choose one essay question and write an essay of 250 to 400 words. The 4 questions are this. The first one has to do with you writing an essay on the various literary types or genre, which is the French word, that we find in Scripture. The second one is for you to choose 2 Bible characters and contrast and compare them. The third one is for you to pick a major theme or motif in Scripture, and I've given you some examples of what I mean by that, and to kind of see how it's developed through Scripture. The fourth one is for you to choose some of the photos that are in the textbook, photographs, not the drawings, but the photographs, and then to explain how each of those photographs, what it kind of contributed to your understanding of Scripture, or maybe some questions that it raised, or how that particular photo intrigued you. You pick only one of those to do your essay question. So part 1, week by week. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. Part 2, you pick one of the 4 essay questions and you write an essay of 250 to 400 words on it. Well, it's time to get started.